Good morning. It's Frisky Friday, and everybody's here. We're going to start bringing everybody on. We have Sean.
Good morning, everybody.
And we have Mark.
Good morning, Patriots.
And we have George, except we have his placeholder right now. I don't know where he went. He'll pop back in. Probably got a phone call or something like that. He was just there. Either that or he got tired of looking at all the countdown. I don't know.
George is driving across the Everglades right now, and
yeah, I had to stop to rescue an alligator, but he'll be back any second now.
Yeah. If you see a alligator wrestling George, bring help for the alligator. Not for George. Right? George don't need it.
Call help.
That would be kind of funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, all right. Hopefully, I don't mean to make light of this, but hopefully, he's not being swatted right now. Do you hear about all this swatting that's going on?
Yeah.
A bunch of dirty bastards, huh?
Oh my gosh! I heard Sean Farish this morning on the radio talking about it. Last night there was about 5 or 6 conservative people that got swatted last night.
Holy
cow!
The
same time. Yeah,
that is not cool.
Cat Turd was one of them, I believe.
That's the one I was trying to help out. Yeah, that name is Lisa.
George, mute yourself, George.
George, we don't see you, but we hear you.
Yeah, we can't.
There we go. He's muted now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. He'll be. I'm just going to move him back here until he comes on.
There you go.
I'll be able to see him.
But hey, just on the happy note this morning, there's a bunch of neat things been happening. You see the latest inflation numbers are significantly down. So, all these Democrats were coming out, literally, the left was coming out when Trump had been in office for 10 days going, hey, well, look, the price of eggs are still high and blah, blah, blah.
Sorry about
they're
that.
just being freaking ridiculous. There's George.
Important call.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do prayer, then we can get going.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry about the interruption.
You're fine. So say this to him. The Lord speaks thus: behold, what I have built, I will break down, and that which I have planted, I will pluck up. And this means the whole land. Jeremiah 45:4. So what it is just a family register of glory. The small and the great are written with the same pen. So we're all equal, no matter what you do, as long as you have good intentions in your heart and you follow the path of Christ. Amen.
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 There. Now we can go. We always have to do that because otherwise we might have bad luck processing with the computer or something. We don't want Satan around,
There's a lot of Satans out there now, so we don't.
Yeah, you got a couple right on my head. I mean, my back over there.
Oh, I'm going to show you something. This is for Frisky Friday, and this is so no matter what happens today, we're covered.
Look, let me start out by saying this. If I offend anybody today, I don't give a shit.
That's right.
Don't care.
Tom Holman.
Great disclaimer there.
What an awesome dude.
I texted him yesterday. I told him I'm going to send him a case of apples. Remember he's walking through New York eating an apple when he's going through New York?
That was great.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that Canadian guy. Remember when they were interviewing that what's his name, Perlow or something? And that reporter's asking him a question and he's munching on his apple like real nonchalant and just like giving off answers. I think you guys know which one I'm talking about. The Canadian guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be premier. I like that one.
Yeah.
I think he's worse than.
Looks like all the good ones are rolling in. Looks like Proud American Woman's is here. Nene, ML Heath. Sean Lucas. Some guy named Sean Lucas is there. Angels Awareness. Stacy.
Is he?
From Texas. So welcome everybody.
Oh yeah. Everybody, we got a pretty good crew. All of us stick together all the way through the week. And isn't that nice?
Yep.
Hey, I was glad to see that the spam bot or AI bot population seemed to have been reduced on Ed's show last night. Surprisingly, not sure why.
Well, maybe
I think Nene did a write-in campaign.
Yeah, she said that. Good job, Nene.
I think Loves does it too.
Nene's like the attacker. She went right in and flushed him out. That's awesome.
Yeah, and Deb from Texas is ringing the bell at 6:05 a.m. her local time in California. Good morning, Deb.
Oh,
Well, Deb, good that you woke up and came in with us today.
that's awful.
She's in there every
That's
day.
dedication, isn't it? To get up
Yeah,
there
that is.
and watch
And
something on TV.
she's a wonderful, good Christian. My wife and I had the great good fortune to be able to have lunch with her and her husband when we were out in California last year, and hopefully we'll have a chance to see you again this year.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And
Good connection.
NRG is in, just ringing a bell.
Yep.
Everybody hit that like button, right, Mark?
Yeah,
that
you know,
was good.
actually, hitting the like button not only makes you smarter and better looking, but I've heard that it also helps fight tooth decay.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've been hearing
Three
there's
out
some
of
other
four
things
Wake
too.
Up Patriots recommend it, right?
Yes, yes. For 3 out of 4 Patriots who hit like buttons do recommend hitting the like button as far as reducing plaque.
Yep.
Okay, where do you guys want to go? Do you want to go with vet issues right now? What's going on with the PTSD and the Veterans Association, or Veterans Administration? I've got a pretty good clip with Doug.
Yeah,
With some of
started
the
out.
changes
Yeah,
that
well,
he's
first of all, I just want to say the guest yesterday was Chris.
phenomenal.
What a great guest! Great job, George, bringing him on, or
Yeah.
whoever got
George,
him.
that's- yep.
George did it.
What a great guest! That was really informative, really good.
We'll get him on again.
Yeah,
him.
he's excellent. He's excellent.
Yeah.
Without doubt. Very enlightening. I had friends that watched and they were like they wanted to watch it again last night just because of how insightful he was with things. And obviously, you know, he was quick because he lives and breathes this stuff. But he was if you listen to him a second time, you really kind of get a little more ingest into it.
Oh, he was good. I mean, yeah, the information he gave was really good though too. I mean, you know, you can, if he ever does come back, we could build off of that. But then, you know, what has he got? That Trump 2.0 book, George?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the latest one he just came out with. But he's got now he has 3 books. The first one was of Fauci's fiction, and then another one was the fiction of vaccinations. They're pretty good. The first one was it only has Fauci in there 3 times. Brought up in the book, but it's all about his studies and stuff that he did, which were very interesting. You know, he's thorough. He's a research doctor with his PhD, so he's not an MD doctor, but he's a research. You know, he's got the PhD. So, by the way, that makes you a doctor. That's like what's her name, Jill Biden.
Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
Jill.
Yeah, Dr. Jill. That
Oh, no,
you said she was a medical doctor.
different doctor, totally different
I know.
doctor.
Please.
So
But
it seems
anyway-
like everybody in chat agrees, though. He was got really, really good reviews. Yesterday,
Well,
both,
look
both live
Chris was
yesterday,
even in
and
the
now
chat,
people are
so
following up.
we even got other people watching it. You know?
Yeah, but he's
I don't know. I thought it was good. I could have talked to him for hours.
You can't expect anything less from this chat because we got the greatest chat. We've been around together for a long time, and we got some very great people in that chat. So
Yeah,
anything
and
you
growing.
can-
We've been seeing a few
Yep.
new names the last couple of weeks, which is
What's it
correct.
been like 4 years? Something like that? Almost 4 years that like
I
this
think
whole
so.
group has pretty much been together.
Yeah.
Something like that.
yeah, amazing. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep, we all made some nice friends out of the group. If you know, the truth has it, right? So
Yeah, well, if you figure when Wake Up Patriots started, that was 2021, 2020, yeah, 20 in real what do you call them? Real America's Voice was
Yeah.
the end of 2021.
Yeah,
That's when we started
That's
it.
close
and
then.
you know, I have to say, I don't watch that other show. I mean, ever, but I happened to turn on the TV the other day before this show, and that was on, and I just can't imagine how they even stay on right now. That David Brody or whatever his name is, I mean, it's just such a clown. I mean, it was just, when I saw it on, I left it on for a second. Let's see what's going on. Maybe there's some, latest news. and I forget what they were talking about, but it was just so pitiful and so useless. It's so I definitely don't miss anything from that show.
No, I haven't
Once they
tuned
made
in.
the change up.
I haven't tuned in since Ed left.
Yeah,
At least on that show.
there's no
I
reason
watched
to. I mean,
Bannon.
it is so much worse.
But speaking of shows, does everybody know today is Dan Bongino's last show?
Yep.
Does everybody know that?
Mhm.
He'll be on, I believe it's 11 o'clock. You go tune in on Rumble and watch it live, and then he'll do his last radio show. But he'll be missed. Kind of bittersweet because he's been a great voice to listen to, especially kind of like without Rush during the day. Dan's been a guy I've been listening to during the day over the years.
Same here.
So it's kind of bittersweet, but I think he's going on to a great purpose, and I hope he really helps Cash and the FBI, and I hope he does some great reforms in the FBI and make some good things happen.
Well, he knows what he's looking for. Everybody heard that right away. We'll bring up a topic that everybody's saying about Pam Bondi because Cash got a direct line with President Trump. And the reason why they had a direct line with President Trump, because if Cash went through different channels, people could monitor and find out what he's doing. This way, with the direct line of President Trump, there's nothing. He knows who listens to those calls. Who sits on those calls. They have that committee that they sit around and monitor all the calls that have come in that are recorded. Mm-hmm. So, but that's different compared to his going through the FBI, which there's still the spies in there. There's the rhinos in there still, and also there's still the spies that are left over of in there. So eventually they're going to clean out house. So that's why the questions come out. Oh, something's up because Pam, Cash is dealing directly with Trump. I mean, now today he's going to speak with the Justice Department, Trump, and I think he's going to clear a lot of stuff. That guy that they're protesting in New York, Mohammed Baba, whatever his name is.
The Colombia Hamas supporting terrorist little scumbag that we're going to send back to his little crap hole.
The whole thing is that the guy's on a student visa and he's married to an American citizen, but doing a terrorist act and you're associated with Hamas. So they did that many years ago about prosecuting the husband and wife that were spies and stuff, and they were American citizens. But they
George.
But
sorry.
Let me finish the story. So what happens is the Secretary of State override all the courts and everything else because of what he has his ties to Hamas, which is proven fact. So they could do that. And don't forget, President Trump can arrest a judge, can arrest a congressman, can arrest a senator. Abraham Lincoln did that when he was president, because it wasn't because of the spies that he had from the South that were there. So they're going to get these people are in for a rude awakening about what's coming down, and people have to be patient because everybody's freaking out that the Epstein list didn't come out and this didn't come out and that list. It doesn't matter at this point. What matters is to get the corruption politicians that are in there, and everything will flow into place. Everybody's worried about the Epstein list, but a lot of it is blacked out because of the kids that went there on that flight thing. A lot of stuff. They found the scuba divers went around Epstein Island. They found children's bodies on the bottom there, and then that whole story died out. There was nothing about it anymore. Skeletons. So I mean, they had that. They believed that if they got the young blood, they will be younger. Organ transplants, all that other stuff that was going on there. So there's a lot of stuff involved, and people have to be patient. Everybody's saying, Trump's falling back. Not. He just there was a reason when Trump spoke, he waited 45 days to speak. So his number's 45. He waited 45 days. You'll see something else happen in another 45 days. But today he's going to speak to the justice system. And I think people, if you listen to what's going to be said today and pay attention, remember, like I always said, listen to everything he speaks about. Don't get on the phone and text everybody. Oh, look what he's saying. No, pay attention to the whole. When the thing's over there, you can text and talk whoever you want to talk to, but you got to listen to what he says. Okay, I'm done. Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry to interrupt you again.
No problem. You kind of went through a whole bunch of different stuff there. I was just back all the way back on the Hamas kid though. Not a kid, that guy. All these people are coming out and talking about his rights and things, and
You ain't got none.
you don't have it. The fact is, our Constitution guarantees rights to American citizens, and if you're here on a visa, you're here as a guest. You're here at the pleasure of of the American people. And when you come over here and you attack our policies and what we believe, there's no right for you to have a green card. There's no right for you to have a visa. Nobody has the right to come to America other than Americans in
Right.
good standing. So it just cracks me up, these people that say that kind of stuff. And
You have 360,000 students from China here in America going to our colleges, and then you have all these other foreign students which accumulate to about, I think it was 275,000 students from all these other countries that are on visas. I think they all should be washed and everybody should be sent back, and that's it, done. We won't have these problems because they'll keep on. Besides the professors that they got in college, and thank God Trump stopped that money that was going to Columbia University.
Yeah.
You stop them, and now all of a sudden they start
Yep.
to think. The best thing is they got to interview those professors in there because they're teaching all this propaganda bullshit to everybody, and all these kids are getting brainwashed. Look at they interviewed the kid about why you're defending him, that piece of shit that started the protest and everything else.
I can show you why.
And she
That's
defended
why.
him. Yep.
Look at that.
yeah,
Yep. With the perfect comparison.
It's funny how they
You're
line up.
Great
isn't it?
with the
Well, yeah.
great with the graphics.
Yeah.
And
So that's their whole platform is exactly the same. There's nothing anything different. But
Well,
I don't know.
you can't call them Democrats anymore. You got to call them socialist, communist, and Marxist. I mean, they got that all combined. And
Yep.
everybody saw proof when Trump spoke. They didn't. I mean, even the guy that raised the green, that kid came out of his district, the one that had the cancer,
yeah, that was
came
sad.
out of his district. And
I know he's in his district.
Yeah, you got the balls to do that. You stand up because the guy should go into a zoo, but that's besides the point. What he looks like, but he
He looks like the guy Caveman.
Yeah, you think they just think of how these people elect these people. It's unbelievable. You got Crockett playing DJ in the hallways of Congress. I mean, doing rap stuff. They think they think people are that stupid, and
So it's funny you just said that about Crockett with DJ and all these things. Now, Trump does a little thing with Elon, puts the Tesla on the front lawn, right? And now that the liberals are going crazy that Trump's a car salesman, Trump's selling cars on the White House lawn and all that stuff, and it's hilarious how crazy they get over something with Trump, and I don't know if it's hilarious anymore. I think it's actually scary because I've been seeing some of these posts. I got people that I'm friends with, whatever, on Facebook, and whether they're relatives or whoever, and they put some of these posts up about Trump. It's scary, like how demented these people are in their mind. They didn't say one thing the last 4 years about the raid over the border or any other, the inflation. Now they're posting about eggs, Trump selling Teslas, right? And Elon Musk. And the anger on some of these posts. I seen a post the other day from somebody. I'm reading inside like the comments, and some idiot says, it's a shame this could have all been ended in the summer of last year, meaning Butler.
Yep.
These people are, I mean, to even say that, it's pathetic that and then these people are liking that comment. I can't believe it. It's beyond words. I get enraged even talking about it.
And Sean, honestly, the last laugh is we have the last laugh. I feel so sorry for these people because they are so full of anger. I mean, think about it. Think about living your life with that much anger, especially directed at somebody who you can't destroy. I mean, their lives are
Yep.
consumed with this hatred of President Trump.
Yep.
um and I kind of feel sorry for him. I mean, and the type of person that would say, boy, everything could have just been so good if that bullet had just hit Trump's head and
Yeah.
Butler
How
and
sick
made
is
it
that?
explode on
How
national
sick
TV.
is that?
I mean,
Now,
what a wretched person. They got to get up and look in the mirror each morning. I feel sorry for him, honestly.
but if you said that about their people, it would have been, oh man.
But we would never have said that. We would never say. Yeah,
I know
that's the thing.
Yeah,
We would never say that. Even in swatting, we would
Yeah.
never do that
Yeah.
to people on
Yeah.
the left. I mean, it's pathetic what these people do. That's all about violence. Maxine Waters was talking about violence again. If you heard that, it's pathetic. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just get so
no.
enraged over it because it's they have such a
They have no
mental
soul.
issue. It's pathetic.
They have no souls.
Yeah, no souls
really
and there's
don't.
no God in their life at all.
That's exactly it. I was about
What
to
is-
say, you
what is-
cannot
yeah.
be a Christian
Yeah.
and and do what these people do and say what these people say.
Well,
Yeah.
don't forget.
Watch this.
I was
It's hurting it.
She was so filthy dirty, disgusting. Half the place left. I said I'd never hire again.
I was filthy and stand on that fact.
The thing is that
That just kind of fit right in there.
the funny
Wow.
thing is that they get 174,000 to 225 a year, but they also have an expense account.
Which
And
is
the money
crazy.
that and the thing that they're upset about is the money that they're going to lose, and they know that they're going to be incriminated with a lot of stuff. People are. There's a lot of Thomases out there, doubting Thomases.
How
Plenty of people
did you see? Wow, Proud donated $20 to the show today, and so what an
coffee.
awesome show! Look at
Wow,
that.
proud American woman.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank
Proud,
you.
get
That
out of
is-
here. You really,
That is
she
great.
really
We just
did?
got our first
Proud, that's
sponsor.
unbelievable. Wow, yeah, Proud is first
Hey,
sponsor.
hey, this
There's
is
my
a,
buddy,
a,
Proud.
a
See, I
monument,
told you she's
day.
a good girl. That's because we told her she was a good girl yesterday. That's why.
What a woman.
Proud's
Wow.
my buddy. We
So
talked
Proud
about it.
American Woman becomes the very first sponsor of Wake Up Patriots Frisky Friday.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. It's a
Oh,
proud.
Okay, I can't
Hey,
be
it's a
outdone.
proud.
I'm gonna
It's a
have to at
proud
least
Frisky
match her.
Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
proud. Yeah, we'll dedicate this show to.
Yes, this show
Thank you,
is
Katie.
from here on out dedicated to Proud American Woman, unless of course somebody donates $30, in which case the show will be.
That's
Yeah,
like
but
the
Mark,
guys
that's
in-
you. That's usually
like-
Let's
you.
do the show. Let's make a deal. That's what we got to
That's
do.
like the bands in Nashville. That's what they do. They get donations for music, and then they get ready to play your song, and all of a sudden somebody comes and donates a little more. Your song goes to the back.
Yeah.
I hope she didn't make a mistake and hit that button by accident.
She's trying to figure out how to get it back. And now she goes, "Oh my god!"
Oh, that's cool.
How can we claw this back?
Mhm. Anyway, but get back to what they're doing. Like I said, we all have to pay attention to what President Trump says, especially today. I think it's going to be very important. They're going to rattle the Justice Department, and a lot of people are going to get fired in that thing. It's going to be unbelievable, and that's what they're worried about. And then the education that they're closing down the Department of Education, they're cutting back and stuff. Right away, they come out that it's going to hurt not the students, but the teachers of the educating of the students, because of the way to put the wordings that they put in. Like all their words, and they're very good with speaking the words that they try to use to manipulate the voters out there. And what happens, especially, we still don't have the control over the fake news media, which that they could control the narrative. And they keep on saying this. The first thing was a constitutional crisis. That was over. That they all started that one. And now they're talking about the education department. Then the Medicare. We're going to save money on Medicare. We spent $157 billion on illegals. The health their housing and everything else. And we got veterans homeless. Go in the back of these woods. They're in tents. The veterans.
Yep.
We go in there back there. You
know, what we're doing is if you're on a plane, they always tell you when the mask comes down, put it on yourself first before you put it on anybody else. So we're going around putting on everybody else in the plane and then come back putting on ourselves, right? I mean, that's what it really equates to. Time to start taking care of ourselves. Stop these other programs. Send them back. I'm sorry, they got to go. We can't afford to keep you. That's it.
Listen, we got to be. I wear the patch on my vest that says I'm a nationalist, but it's the country that comes first. We got to take care of our own first before we take care of everybody else, and that's what it is. Because the weakness of America, of everybody feeling bad for people, we can't do that anymore. We got to feel bad for the people that we have in this country. When we did the hurricanes of relief, when the panhandlers got hit, we were up there. There was a family living in a car.
Yeah.
And he wanted to give me, because we were feeding them and giving them food. We gave him so many burgers to take home in a bag and stuff like that. Plus they ate the car. He wanted to give me $5. The guy in the debt that he was in, he wanted to give me $5 to pay for donation.
Unbelievable.
And that's how we are.
I say we deport him on new plane called Deport Force One.
Yeah,
Deport Force. I love that. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, Deport Force One. That's the one.
I love Deport Force One, but I have breaking news here. Very important.
I see what you're going to report.
CNC Clower just rang the bell with a $50 donation to the
Holy
show.
Oh my gosh!
I can pause 20 and raise it 30. So, as proud American woman, as much as we do appreciate, and this show is still dedicated to you. Now it's dedicated.
Yeah, we won't sell you out down the river.
CNC Clower as our.
Oh my gosh, you guys are something else.
Sponsor
she had 15 minutes. Yeah, she had 15 minutes of fame.
Wow.
Oh,
nice. You would
nice.
think it's Christmas, all this giving going on.
Yeah,
right?
George, we're gonna have to come up with some.
This is a little Christmassy though.
Some cool shirts or some $1,000 Trump bills or something here.
Don't go by Trixie because she only does the 100. I got thousands here.
Oh, shut up.
Bring out the big dogs.
Hey, all joking aside, though, thank you, CNC Clower. That's really more than generous.
And Deb in Texas gifted 5 subscriptions to Wake Up Patriots. That's pretty cool too. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, what is going on?
There's another one going. Oh my God, you got Florida for Trump.
What, they smoke
5 subscriptions. Wow, this is like
what's on medication?
FL4.
Do we have people on medication on here?
No, we got. They're our friends, and they're being super nice.
Wow. Wow, what? That's cool.
That's really nice and hey, unnecessary, by the way.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
This is not something anybody has to do, but it's just incredibly nice and generous of all of you to do that, and it's it's really heartwarming.
Hey, Tony,
it really is. Just so you know, not one dime of this is going to go to any of the 4 people you're looking at here, but it'll certainly help to keep the show going.
Absolutely for production costs. I will go. Oh wow, what's this little deposit in the account?
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, hey, you know what? If we keep this up, we might be able to talk Ed into, if we raise enough money, maybe we can buy him out of his Newsmax contract and get him back here again.
Bring him back. Yeah, bring him back.
Hey, Deb 54.
I don't know about $70 though. Maybe I might have to a little bit more.
Deb
54. And it's not just $70. There's also two $5 gift.
Listen to this. Deb 54 TX said, George, thanks. Reminded me I haven't taken my pills yet. What I said about the medication.
Yeah, very, very nice of both Deb TX and
wow, Sin, that's so nice too.
FL for Trump.
Florida for
Thank
Trump.
you very much.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Sodak just said we still need to plan a Kedhead party. And that's true. Yeah. We have to do that.
And Sodak, I know we've talked about doing that, but we're going to make that happen. And I will. I think
Florida is the best place for that.
To get something organized. Along with George, I'm going to be looking to you for help, but I'll take the lead on trying to get something happening.
Proud will ride with me coming down. So
You got
if
the
we-
what do you call it?
we're-
I think if it's a Frisky Friday show though, we should probably do it in the villages, right, George? Because they got all the swingers and stuff, so they would like
Yeah.
join right in the
You gotta
Frisky
bring those,
Friday
what do you
stuff.
call it?
He's
Well,
Wolf-
I'm
Wolfers.
thinking if the
Wolfers.
meetup
What is that?
is
Wolfers, whatever.
yeah.
Bring your wolf.
Well, and FL for Trump
fun.
is just right outside. He's like a 5-iron outside the villages. So I'm sure he'd love for us to have it there.
But
Yeah,
then
they
if we go around the West Palm area, we can get Ed to come, right? Because he'll be close. This way, he's got no excuse. We'll be right in his backyard.
Well, they're doing a breakfast, a brunch at Mar-a-Lago. Is like $2.50 a pop for
Oh,
breakfast.
wow.
The brunch at Mar-a-Lago. I mean, you got to pay some money because you got to use the place, the facility. There's also you could do something at the. I can find out how much at the Golf International, and there's one in Doral and there's one in West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
They could find out how much that is. Usually that's about 100, maybe 150, $100 per head.
Oh my God! USN just donated $100.
Oh.
Hey, we ain't getting this money. Trust me. Let it stop.
Okay.
Oh, USN, you are a doll. She
Yeah.
lives
No,
by my
that
mom
is
in
great.
Perdido
Wow.
Key. She's real close to my mom. USN is.
And
She's always
CNC
asking
Cloward
questions.
and Proud American Woman, we loved you both, but USN is our girl now.
Yeah. Mark, you spit them right out. The other one.
No,
You know what we should do? Tell Ed we need that money back because we're having our own party. He can't keep it.
Yeah. Hey, maybe this
Actually-
is I'll be part of the get together.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe we could tell him that. Hey, let's put that in for a get together. If we got to rent a hall or something like that, or
Well,
I'm
we'll
not
see.
driving the bus. I'm not driving. I'm just telling you guys.
Oh,
You guys always
you
say I'm
drive-
the bus
I'll
driver,
drive the
but I'm
bus.
not.
you had the opening meme with you on the bus. I saw that. That was great. You were steering that bus. That was awesome.
That's
Yeah,
false
that's what they were
advertising,
teasing me
apparently.
about being the bus driver.
I
all
remember
the
that. I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I started laughing this morning. I almost spit my coffee on myself. Matter of fact.
I had fun making that thing, those memes
Hey,
up.
Well,
I need to
I'm
do
that.
I'm
Great.
going to put together some proposals. I think anything we do in the winter should be down in Georgia's area in Florida. But I know a lot of us are also scattered all over the United States of America. But we might want to consider doing something, in a fairly central location like Nashville, Tennessee, or something
Ooh.
Well,
like that. if we
Nashville's
do
a
it
good
in the
idea.
summer.
I like that.
Yeah,
Maybe
Nashville.
at John Rich's bar.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Or
even
Kid
better,
Rock's bar,
Nashville, because that's
That
more
I
central.
actually was interviewed by Ed. The second time Ed ever interviewed me was in John Rich's bar.
Oh, that's I wanted
and
to
that's
go
where I
when they
met
were down
Cash
there.
Patel.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll
I
call-
remember that. I wanted to get
yeah.
that. That
I'll
would be
talk-
cool.
I'll talk to
So
Ed
that
about that.
South Dakota is central.
What?
Yeah, central if you live on the other side of the country.
Well, yeah, for Sodak, that's a little tougher.
But Sodak's a Florida person. She's been out to Key West, I think, with her husband, wasn't she? Wasn't she down in Key West one point? She was saying. So.
Oh, I'm sure we're getting a lot of positive feedback for Nashville, though. Even
Yeah. Well, Nashville's only 5
FL for
hours.
Trump says he'll
5 hours.
he'll
So
run
here's
right
what
up to 95. He'll go there.
Here's what we need to do. We
Sodak
need to get
says Nashville's good. Tiagi loves it.
We need to get a poll. Like I know YouTube, they have a poll in the chat. We gotta find out if we can do a poll in this, and then we're set up. We're the Kedhead get together or meet up, whatever we want to call it should be, and do it with a poll, and see what people say. I
Yeah, we
think
do like-
Florida.
Well, so far the informal poll is saying it looks like Nashville this summer and Florida the following winter, because there's a lot of big
they
a
wanna
lot
come
of
down
people
in
saying
summer.
Nashville in the
Yeah.
in the chat there.
Mm.
It's pretty central, really, if you're towards the East Coast.
Yeah,
You know?
it is good.
I don't know how
Julie
many
One
people.
says, I've always wanted to go to Nashville. And
Yep.
Julie, if you haven't been there before, you'll love it, especially if you like country music and honky tonks.
We'll
Yeah,
see if
see,
we
I
can
won't
make a
get
deal.
that
Let's see if we can make a deal with what's his name, John Rich. See what we could do with him.
Yeah,
would
I'm
be-
sure he'd
that would
give
be
us
so
that,
much fun.
one of those, that room he's got upstairs there.
I think
Well, with Ed's help and your help, George.
no, I'll call. I'll like I said, goes up. You got to speak to John Rich and see how much, what he would, charge ahead and stuff for people coming down. And people will fly in. They got to see.
Well, they may give you, if you get enough people, they may just give you the upstairs bar or whatever, and say you could use that for your.
Yeah,
yeah,
we could do a live broadcast from there, just like Ed and Karen did.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be great. That
means Trixie has to come.
Well, I was gonna go.
Well, I'm thinking about driving her down there in a bus, George. We might still, for the kind of northeastern contingent, including Sean, we might run a bus down. Well, especially to Nashville, it'd be a lot easier,
Yeah.
So
yeah, because you go. I know there's.
We'll grab
me
Proud
and
American
T-Hog
Woman,
and
our
Proud are
very
all right
first
in the same
sponsor.
area.
USN, I think you're in the Pensacola area, so I'm sure you could drive up. I don't think we could come down and get you, but even though you are our $100 sponsor of the day.
I'll drive up. I can pick up some people.
George can pick her up.
Well, Ed could put you in contact with John Rich, I'm sure.
That's what I'm going to call. I'll go to give him a call.
Yep.
I'll give
Jules 148 says that their niece is in Nashville, so ready for a bus trip.
Oh, the bus.
That'd be
All
fun,
us on a bus would be really dangerous, but fun. A lot of fun.
Oh, it will be fun, and I will look into this seriously. I'm going to take that responsibility to do that. So let's see. It seems like there's a lot of interest in that, and I think that a live broadcast from John Rich's place. John, he may well just do it for free because all the publicity we're going to bring him.
Yeah,
he may even be a
Loves
guest.
Can't go, but loves we.
Yeah, we get him as
broadcast
a,
for you, Loves.
we'll get him as a special guest.
Yeah,
We have to work around his schedule.
I don't
And
have
then-
no cowboy
and then-
boots. Though.
And then maybe we'll invite Ed. What happened?
I have no cowboy boots. What am I going to do?
Okay, we don't care.
Hey, Trixie,
Hey, I say
they got
invite
a lot
the
of
other guys.
nice.
Right,
There's a
Tony?
great cowboy boot store just like a block and a half from John Rich's.
In the 80s, I bought cowboy boots because all us guys went to. It was called Denim and Diamonds. So
I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, so we went there to do country line dancing. Yeah, so we could pick up girls as we
I think it was after Urban Cowboy too. A whole bunch of guys started.
we went there. In fact, guess where I bought the boots? And it was in the village. There was a store in the village.
In the villages.
Yeah.
No
Come on, not
finances
the
in Nashville.
Not the
either.
villages here, the village in New York where
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know the village in New York.
yeah. But they had the place there.
I'm thinking maybe sometime in May in Nashville to start. And if everybody agrees, then I'll go ahead and see what I can start putting together.
Well, that's pretty soon. Maybe got to give people a little bit of
Or
time.
it could be August.
June, maybe June. August
June.
could be tough.
Just
gonna
stay
be
away
tough,
from
but-
graduation time.
Yeah,
that's all.
that's true too.
I got 5 graduations to attend, which I'm gonna practice my dementia so I can forget them all.
Oh, I don't know. We would have a good time though.
Hey, well, moving on to some of the stuff in political news today. I got one
let's get back to that.
very, very another milestone and happy time in America's recent history is that the racist and anti-American BLM Plaza in Washington D.C. is no more. It is.
Yep.
They just finished ripping it out completely, and I've always thought that was racist from the beginning. I don't care what color you are.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a wonderful time and a public street that was always open to the public for people to be able to get where they needed to go is going to be back open for traffic again. It's been closed down for a couple of years.
Well, I don't know.
The taxpayers. I'm sorry. The taxpayers paid to put it in, and they paid to take it out.
Actually,
Double whammy. The taxpayers did.
We did in I think it was November 14th. I think no, I think it was before that. We were up there and we did. We had a flag. I think it was 50 by 100 foot, and we carried it over that sign. But as we were carrying it over that Black Lives Matter sign, we decided to have a guy underneath with a stencil and spray paint. But that Trump is king and Trump 2020 and So I think it was before November. Yeah, October was. That's it.
Where
And
was this at?
We walked that flag
So-
all the way to Lincoln Memorial, and we got the picture on the step. I'll send you those photos so you can post them.
Yeah, so just go on and try to leave something to trigger everybody with there. Huh?
Oh, it was great because we're walking over with the flag, and we had 3 people under the flag spraying the shit. You know, so
So here I have my trigger on today is you might not be able
yeah,
to see
Golf
it
for
that well,
America.
but
Yep.
that's but
cool.
I especially like President Trump sitting there on the
Oh, what? He was,
holding up the
Oh,
the
look at
little
that. I
red
like
drink
that
with
shirt.
the umbrella in it.
I'm trying to think of the name. What the hell was that? They came out with another name for something. I can't
Oh, the
remember.
Pacific Ocean now is officially the
America
American
West?
Ocean West. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
now that you brought that up, I'm going to do this. Well, this is interesting for people that don't believe this. Oh shoot!
What happened?
Hey, might as well leave that up. It don't matter. About 1777. Yeah, that's good.
Wait a minute, I want to turn the volume up. I'm sorry, I messed it up. Ah, dang it! It ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
Anyways.
sound didn't come through.
I know. I don't know why that didn't. Everything else did. I'm sorry. My bad. But anyways, he was talking about how Canada is really part of the United States. So
Yeah, and did you see President Trump yesterday? He won't stop. I mean, he once again he was making straight out with all the reporters in the room and everything, and just saying that we don't need anything from these people. We don't care about they're nothing. They're like it. We don't need them at all, but they'd be a great 51st state. They'd really be good, and their taxes would go down. It'd be so wonderful for everybody. They'd make a wonderful 51st state. But as a country, they're nothing, And so he just keeps on going.
it's on going all right.
Well, he
Yeah.
said, I mean, we don't need any of their stuff. And the other thing he keeps on saying, which is true, is they do build a lot of cars there, right? So
Yeah,
what they've
they all
taken
say Chevrolet
they've
on
tried
them
to
for the
pull
most part. But
they've tried to pull that business out of Michigan, right? So they're we get that again with the tariffs. Maybe we bring more of that back into the country again. I mean, they just brought Honda is going to build. Not that they're building a plant. I think there's already a plant. I think they're just going to utilize it, but they're going to build the Civics in Indiana, which is going to be good for some American car builders. So these tariffs, people think like, oh, they're hard. I think they're great. I think it's time to bring people back into the United States, get jobs back in here again.
Well,
Yeah.
Subaru is only 19 miles from me over here, where they make the Subarus in Indiana, and they employ a lot of people around here, and they pay pretty good too. But then what they do is they take the cars. They pay people. This is a crazy job. All the brand new cars that come off the line, they pay people to go, and you just walk out to the lot, take the car, load it up onto the train, go back, and that's all you do all day long. You take every new car and load them on the train for shipping. I mean, how easy of a job is that? And you're making like $30 an hour.
Yeah, so Trix, that
Good.
plant you're talking about. So
Yeah.
I used to be a sales manager for a Subaru dealer years ago, and that plant at the time was so efficient and was run so well with the quality and control of everything. People don't even know this. That plant actually made Toyota Camrys also there. The amount of Toyota Camrys they made there, everybody heard of JD Power, the survey?
Yeah.
So the Toyota Camrys that were made there, okay, in the JD Power survey were actually had a higher consumer award than or consumer confidence or whatever you want to say.
Mhm.
Than the other normal Toyota Camrys, which was kind of interesting. And then the reason why Subaru did that was because they only made so many units there. They needed to make units to keep the people employed or whatever. And then, so it's kind of like a venture, but they ended up kicking Toyota out because they've gotten so busy with needing more cars that they end up just doing it all on their own now. But that's a little interesting fact.
Well, that's just like the Chevy Cruises. They made some in Mexico and they made some in Ohio. And when I bought my car, I made sure it was the one made in Ohio.
Yeah,
I
darn
got
right.
it like the last year before they shut down. But
Yep.
yeah, there is, like what you're saying, there's a difference because I knew a lot of auto workers when I lived downstate, down by Detroit and everything. And you did not ever buy a car that was made on a Monday or a Friday. You always bought one that was made on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, or you were going to get something really bad.
I guess they're a little hungover from the weekend on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And then on Monday they don't want to be there, and Fridays they
And
want to get.
Friday was Frisky Friday. That's why you don't want. They're not working like they should be on Frisky
Everybody
Friday.
wants to watch the show. Hey, RD Bull had a comment about Canada, and I tend to totally agree. Just saying, the problem, we don't need two more Democrat senators and a bunch of Democrat representatives. And I do agree. That's one of the few things I disagree with President Trump on right now. Is the last thing I want is Canada as a 51st state.
I
It would
agree with
be.
that. Yep.
It would poison the blood system. It would kill our liberty pool. People talk about killing a gene pool. It would kill our liberty pool because these people don't understand freedom and liberty up there anymore, unfortunately.
Well, it was taken away from them. That's why they don't really.
Yeah.
What happens is it's like the same thing with everything. Like, say, I'll give you an example. You have $1, so now the government takes 25 cents out of that dollar, and people in Canada go like this. Well, they only took 25 cents. Well, we got 75 cents. And then they take another 25 cents. Well, it ain't that bad. They only took 25, but we got 50. But they forget that they took 50 away from them. You understand what I'm saying? So this is how their mentality works, because now they're comfortable in that realm that they're in, about that their guns were taken away, and all their guns went to Ukraine. That's what they did with the guns that they took away from all the people. Because we did the rally when the truckers weren't getting their money and stuff. We did a whole big caravan from down here with the bikes and some trucks going up there supporting them. We're going to make Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and George, look what their government did to people in Canada who just simply did a give, send, go, or made a donation. They came and started and literally started confiscating their bank accounts and shutting off their credit cards just because all you did is give $10, to the truckers who all they wanted to do was be able to keep on doing their job during the pandemic for COVID. All they wanted to do was be able to bring more Canadian manufactured goods down to America, basically.
Yeah.
The thing the most important thing is that all these law enforcement officers, all the police and everything else, that they took a note on the Constitution, is they got to convince they have to protect the Constitution, especially the Second Amendment. They got the red flag laws down here and stuff like that. So, every place where if somebody complains about you not playing with a full deck and you got weapons, they'll come and confiscate. Then it costs you money to get your stuff back. You got to get lawyers. I mean, people don't understand. And we go around in circles all the time about the same thing, that just because Trump won doesn't mean it's over. That's number one. Number two, the J6s. I met with a guy yesterday, and he was a chiropractor, but they won't give him his license because he's on that congenital list there of the 14. So he's still known as a terrorist.
Yeah.
So, and it's all got to be done. Trump did the pardon. It was great, but that was the federal part. These other 14 guys are waiting. But a lot of guys are the J6s. We just started a J6 coalition with three other organizations. And what we're going to do is we take money in, but everything will be on the record because it goes to a 501c3, and everybody gets their money. So which they canceled. They was going to have the J6 event in the Villages, and had to cancel it because people were complaining about having murderers there and all this other stuff and everything. But what was nice was the people sent money to the guy that organized the event, one of the J6s who I know, and he distributed the money that he got from all those people, which was pretty nice that they did that from the Villages. So that they're really hurting because they don't have a job. They can't get a job. They can't get a car. They can't get anything. So we're going to work with car dealers and everything else to get see if they'll donate a car, either auction a car off or the reserve or something like that, so the money can be benefited to them. So we have to see. It's really tough out there for them. It really is. I speak to them all the time. So
And they end up being social pariahs because of something that really wasn't, that they didn't even do. But
and the whole thing is that the FBI's got to release the records, because what happened is the FBI
they need to be expunged. Yeah.
Right. And the thing that would happen is the FBI, like this guy Stephen Friend, who's a FBI whistleblower, he's been speaking around places. He's got a great book out. You can get it on Amazon. But the stuff that he refused to do what to go after the J6s. This is how they went into the, and the guy says, well, I'm worried about my job, but there's no reason to go break into a house, with the laser beams facing at the kids and the family.
Yeah.
What kind of pieces of shit are you? You're going to go in and say, listen, we have to arrest you, and that's it. You don't have to make a big showing. What they did to
it's not like it's not like they're cartel members or anything like that.
Yeah.
There was no, they didn't do anything violent. It's just,
look what they did to Roger Stone. They went in his house, and also CNN all of a sudden appeared.
they weren't they in a boat out in the water?
Yeah, the water and in front of his house. And CNN was all
CNN appeared there, and they also live streamed the Butler rally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Well,
and they never did that. And they never did that before.
All year.
Coincidence? Yep. They live streamed the Butler rally.
They never did a live stream before of Trump's rally. So
yep, live
rally tells you the same ones who tipped him off to the Roger Stone swatting, also tipped him off to the assassination.
They're the deep state. I mean, CNN, that's what they are. They're all probably CIA too.
But the big problem is now, before the establishment was separate, and the deep state was separate, and the New World Order was separate. What they did now, they all became together, one big group. And that's why they're working so much together, heavy, to destroy about Trump. Mm-hmm. Because Trump's hurting the New World Order and the WHO. And everything is all about money. You're talking about billions.
Well, the uniparty in general. I mean, how many Republicans that are more in line with Democrats, right, and vice versa? You got the uniparty in Washington. They don't want their grift to stop. All this stuff with Doge is exposing the grift.
Well,
did you see Act Blue?
Look at that.
Yeah, Comer got a hold of them, and they're going after Act Blue, and they said it's going to be the biggest money laundering operation in history once they unravel the whole thing. That came out last night. I'm sorry to step on you.
Yeah, no, that's great. No, that's all relevant. That's all relevant.
I wanted to talk about that. It's
Rico.
Breaking
Remember,
news.
I always say Rico. That's what's going to get them. Rico's going to get them.
The money trail. They had an old lady that's on Social Security for a year. I mean, she's only making say $12,000 a year, and all of a sudden she donated $36,000.
That's going to take down Rapsenberger in Georgia, though.
Yeah,
it will, because Rapsenberger in Georgia, that'll get them too, because they're taking money out of that. Don't tell me that they're not. And anybody that took anything like that, all they got to do is take a little bit of it, and they're wrapped right up into the RICO. And that's what because I know treason. Everybody wants treason for people, but that's going to be so hard to pin on some. But if you look at RICO, all you got to do, it's racketeering, fraud, all that stuff. Anything they did with those donations, they're going to be able to scoop them all up.
That's how they got Al Capone.
Yeah, for tax fraud. Yeah. Well, and there's going to be a lot going on like that, and that'll sweep them up real easy, more so than going with the harder stuff.
And Trixie, here's the nice part about it is we have all these SARs or suspicious activity reports that hundreds and hundreds of suspicious activity reports that various banks, Citibank, Bank of America, several banks, especially in New York City, had set into the Treasury Department saying, "Hey, this stuff doesn't look right. We'll have, for example, and I'm making this up, but it's illustrative of what's happening, I think, is, hey, all of a sudden we just got this transfer of $5 million coming in from a European bank, into Act Blue. And we thought that this is supposed to be grassroots donors and things, So basically what they're doing is they're taking these huge donations from people like Soros or from foreign literally from foreign countries, from other foreign organizations, from large leftist organizations here in the States. And then they're slicing it and dicing it and saying that, no, this was really a stream of 250,000 of these little donations between $10 and $20. And it's all gonna come out. So far, 7 of their top officials have just instantly resigned, including most of their lawyers and attorneys.
Watch the lawyers. That's the point.
Yeah.
Lawyers.
Oh, I know that.
And that's the big
know
thing.
that.
Yeah, when the lawyers are the rats that are running off the ship, they know they're in trouble.
Well,
We got to do the winner for trivia.
But real quick, go back to
run out of time.
that. Go back to that James O'Keefe video, right? When he went to that lady's house, and she was like in shock. What do you mean? I never donated money. And he's like, oh, they were like shocked. So
they
all
bundle
this
that
stuff is
together.
going to come up.
Hey, we got to do the winner. It's over one. It's 1
Yep.
o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's get to the winner. Do we need a drum roll or anything?
Yeah, that's it. Okay, winner.
Oh yeah, you got the come on, DJ man, you got it over
wait a
there.
second. No corruption here. The winner today is USN because she donated $100.
Good one.
USN Air bought the contest.
She bought the contest.
Or she just bought the judges. Either right.
Hey, whatever it takes,
What
See,
do you
George,
got
you
there,
should send her,
George?
actually, USN Air should get a secondary prize just from you, George, for the.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got to text me everything. Just,
Yep.
I'll give Proud one.
And
I'll
Proud,
tell
too.
her,
And-
so that's
and
her
Proud,
prize.
yeah,
And Deb and Florida for Trump too, because they all gave something too. They should all get something.
Yeah.
oh shit! Whatever.
Absolutely.
You want me to tell you what the answer was?
Well, hang on. We gotta get a build up. George's got to build it up or something.
Yeah, the first one is like that's the hint. The original story of the Statue of Liberty was supposed to be a face of a Muslim woman that was supposed to go to Egypt, and Egypt didn't want it.
I
So
saw
France-
Egypt in that shot. Yeah.
And France decided to make believe that they were so nice to give us the Liberty thing that they knew that we're going to get all these people that come to this country across the border, not through Ellis Island, but the Statue of Liberty. That's how it was created, and because they refused, they just had to change the head. So, but the whole rest of it, the statue was the same, except holding the.
Okay, and who won?
Well, the one that I first saw, but they're not in the chat today, so I don't know.
Okay, then we go with second because this
I don't
person.
know who the second one was. You know the second one. I don't know who that
The
was.
second one is Star, Angels Unaware. She got it.
All right.
So
Yeah,
she's our core group. So
And you won $1,000.
you got big bucks.
Don't
Yeah,
spend it all in one place.
$1,000. Yeah, well, she had Trixie has the 100. We go big here.
Yeah, you always got to trump me, George, every time, all the time.
There's 100, 1,000. So that'll be in the mail. Text me your address. Whoever the winner was, I have no idea.
Yeah, it was Shar. Shar won.
And what's her name? Tell them to tell. You got their information.
She can get a hold of me. Shar knows where I'm at.
Send your address to them, and I'll send you stuff. I appreciate the donations. You know.
You get our chats, aren't they fantastic people? You couldn't ask for a better group at all.
100%.
Great people.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And
Before I
thank
forget,
you, Proud American Woman, for being our premier inaugural sponsor.
The USA thing, the money was going funneled to George Soros, and the money was coming back from George Soros into the Democratic Party.
Well, we haven't even got the tip of all this yet. This is going to
wait.
You're only 50 days into this administration, and these secretaries haven't even been in for a full month, maybe yet, right? So we're scratching the tip of it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to go here yet. You're going to see a lot of it hitting the fan, as they say.
Yeah, the shit hit the fan.
There you go.
Well, we started out with saying, what was it? That Tom Homan, if we offend you, we don't give a shit. So
Yeah. There you go.
You gotta love that,
Well,
man.
if you hear him
gotta
speak
love it.
live, he uses more vocabulary than the word shit.
Well, I
I'd
would
love
too,
to meet
but-
Tom Holman. I love to meet him. He's a great man.
The Iceman. I gave him that name, the Iceman.
Yep.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to come up with weird names for us instead of going by our real names. Well, I already got one though. Sean and Mark don't.
Hey,
You
American
got
Mark, that's a
Godfather.
weird
I
name.
got Trix, because I'm Tracy or Trixie, so I don't care either one. But
Well, George did make a patch for me, S Man, because
yeah.
when Ed butt dialed me on the show to one day, there he goes. I felt like Kramer. I felt like Kramer in Seinfeld.
We made this one as a backup.
Yeah, that Seinfeld episode.
That could go an odd way, George. I'm not real crazy about that one.
Yeah, don't be a butt caller.
I'm going to send that to what's his name.
Okay.
I'm going to take the name off and send it to what's his name.
Well,
Buttigieg.
Trixie, it looks like
Buttigieg.
we're just past the hour.
I know everybody's
Just before
gonna
we
be
go,
dropping
I
off.
want to once again make sure we thank, first of all, proud American woman for kicking everything off, and then CNC Clower came in and it became our second major
USN.
sponsor.
Denver,
and
Texas.
USN just blows past both of them. Just
I
grabs the
wonder if
baton
USN
away
was
from
doing a
him,
little
beats
business
him over the
money.
head with it like that. That little lady, and
thank
then
you. Thanks, everybody.
just took the
Appreciate it.
sponsorship for
Don't forget
today's
to
Wake
hit
Up
the
Patriots.
hit the thumbs up on the thing.
Yep, hit the thumbs up.
Oh
We
yeah,
need-
please do. I haven't
We
even
move
done
I
up
that
see you,
myself.
Stacy. Have a good weekend.
We move up
Bye,
on the
Stacy.
board. There's a leaderboard on there that we move up as many as we get.
Yeah,
working with.
And let's
if
get-
we could get up higher, we can. It would be really good. Then everybody wouldn't have to be digging around for us.
Yeah.
We would
hit
show
those likes.
up.
And I guess what? Proud, Sin, USN Air, Deb, and Florida for Trump, right? All getting the bucks, right, George? You got that?
The $100 one, I'll send him something special.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'll give you a box of ammo.
There you go. Oh wow, that's not bad.
I've got lots of Trump paraphernalia too. I'll see what I
I'll
can
get in
find.
on that.
All right. Well, we got to wrap it up.
Hey,
Whoa.
All right.
Is there any missing? That's the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some missing.
uh-oh.
Let me be then the first to say thank you, Patriots, for joining us today. God bless you all. God bless President Trump, and God bless America.
We're still going. Make America great again.
Yep. Have a good day, everybody.
I say LFG Nashville.
Yep.
I think Nashville's a good
I
call.
promise to have a report on that. Next week I might not be able to make it, but if I can't, then I will have a report on that the week after next. I'll let you know, Trixie.
I'll call it.
We're not going anywhere. We'll all be here. We'll wait with bated breath, but
Okay.
We're here Frisky Friday. Frisky Friday will return.
All right. God bless everybody.
Yeah.
see you
Thanks,
guys
everybody.
on Monday in the chat. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
So
Adios.
long, everybody. Have a great one.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.